As we begin wrapping up the house arrest Bible study, it seems kind of appropriate that we're running into some passages that deal with how to think and about provision. So the thing I'd like to talk about today is found in Philippians chapter 4, verses 8 and 9. I want to focus just on those two verses. They're so rich. It also puts me in mind of the book of Romans, where Paul says that the renewing of our minds is important. And then here he talks about these are things to think about. So I kind of joined those two ideas together and say, if we want to renew our minds in the ways of the Lord, these are some things that we can think about. And you can look at the list there in verse 8 especially. There's 8 items there. And then he gets down to verse 9, and Paul says, also, anything you've learned from me or seen in me, then those two are important indicators of how to think. So here's what I'd like to do this time. Read those verses. Read them carefully. Read them in any translation you like. But as you're reading about them, think about those things. Think about things that are noble. Think about things that are lovely. Think about things that are honorable, things that are admirable. And then in the chat section, I'd just like you to mention a couple of those things. Whatever they are that comes to your mind, this is something good to think about. This is something good to think about. Also, in reference to verse 9, think about people who have influenced your life. Think about people who have done things, said things that have influenced you deeply, have changed the way you think, changed the way you work. And mention those people. Mention what they did or said that caused you to reassess how your spiritual life is going. As we close up the House Arrest Bible study, remember that the way we think influences the things we do. And that's what Paul is trying to do. He's trying to affect the way people behave, how they interact. In doing that, he says, really saturate your mind with these very good things. So read the verses, think about the things, and tell us what it is that occurred to you.